Howdy. Well, recently I was watching a YouTube video by a fellow named Firearms Addict, and he was talking about knives. Well, I'm sorry to say I'm not familiar with the channel he was referencing, but I just thought I would pull out the ones that I carry, or want to carry. I should say back when I was in my early 20s, I used to wear what are called biker boots. They're sort of a regular, almost a cowboy-like boot, but they have little rings on the ankles that sort of protect the ankles from falling down off of a motorcycle. They're flat-nosed and they're always black. And they've got this leather strap across the arch of the foot. Anyway, I used to always carry one of these in my boot. And this is a particular kind of knife. It's called a Western. That was the name of the company that made them. And back in the days, you could find these everywhere. I mean, they were in hardware stores, biker stores, well, all kinds of places. Nowadays, they're getting hard to come by. Anyway, this is a typical Western. It's just a nice little boot knife. For years, I worked as a computer operator, and I started wearing these on my belt because I was at one point, I don't know if you're old enough to remember it, but it used to be computers used 8.5 by 14-inch fan fold paper that came out of this ginormous printer that was very, very, very loud. And that printer is why I'm deaf in my right ear, because it wasn't from shooting. It was from that stupid printer. Anyway, I carried one of these just so I could cut off the paper to, it's called bursting, to get the paper out. Anyway, this is what they all look like, and this is the most recent one I bought. These were dirt cheap back in the day. Now, if you can find them, they're very, very expensive. This one cost me a bloody fortune off eBay, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a little bit larger than ones I usually use, but it works. I usually carry one of these in my pocket. My belt's a little bit populated. On my left side, I carry a Leatherman, always have. On my right side, and this became a problem yesterday, I carry my backup gun, which is a North American Arms 22 Magnum mini revolver. I was shopping yesterday, and I'm walking down an aisle with my cart, slowly. I have a limp, and I love leaning into a cart just so that I don't have to bring my cane with me. Anyway, I heard a clatter behind me, turned around, and I found one of these grip panels on the floor. So I reached down, picked it up, and put it in my pocket, and went grumble, grumble, grumble. This thing normally sits in a Leatherman holster on the other side of my belt. And yes, it's sort of masquerading as a Leatherman. Anyway, so I got home and discovered that the screw, I mean, the other grip was still there, but the screw was missing. So I pulled up the web and I ordered a new screw from North American Arms. $3 for the screw, $7 for shipping, so $10 for that itty-bitty little screw. What a ripoff. Anyway, well then, when I was getting dressed for bed, I have my I have my pants rolled up because I can never get pants the right. Either the waist doesn't fit or they're too long. The waist fits and they're too long. So anyway, when I was rolling up my pants, or taking off my pants yesterday evening, this screw fell out of my cuff. So I've got a screw now, and I just wasted $10. Oh well, I'll put it away somewhere and maybe use it one day if I have to. But anyway, these knives, this is the one I usually carry. This is my spare. I always keep a spare these days because, well, they might get lost, you know. This one is marked Western USA, and it's called a W75. And by the way, these are perfectly balanced. It's not an expensive knife. It's a rather cheap one, but it's that sucker has been with me since well, since God was a corporal.